The Tempest starts aboard a ship caught in a violent storm. Sailors fight for their lives as waves crash against the wooden hull. The Tempest threatens to shatter the vessel, carrying King Alonso of Naples, his son Ferdinand, and his brother Sebastian, along with Duke Antonio and Councillor Gonzalo. Unknown to them, the storm is no natural phenomenon, but a magical creation of Prospero, the rightful Duke of Milan who watches from a nearby island. 12 years ago, Prospero was overthrown by his brother Antonio, with King Alonso's help, and cast to sea with his infant daughter Miranda. Now as lightning splits the sky and thunder rolls across the water, Prospero orchestrates his elaborate plan for revenge, using powers he has mastered during his years of exile. On the wild shores of Prospero's island sanctuary, Miranda watches the storm with concern for those aboard the ship. The beach stretches before them both prison and kingdom to the exiled duke and his now teenage daughter. Prospero reveals to Miranda the truth of their past and how they arrived on the island with his precious books of magic. He explains how the spirit Ariel, who hovers invisible in the salt-tinged air, serves him after Prospero freed the airy spirit from imprisonment in a pine tree. The previous inhabitant of the island, the witch Sycorax, had trapped Ariel there before her death. Now Prospero promises Ariel freedom after one final task, while nearby in a rocky cave, the deformed Caliban son of Sycorax curses his master for taking his island. Wander through the enchanted forest, where Ferdinand, separated from the other shipwreck survivors, meets Miranda. The trees seem to whisper with Ariel's songs that guide the young prince through verdant paths. Miranda and Ferdinand fall instantly in love, among flowering vines and magical glades, exactly as Prospero has planned. Yet Prospero feigns anger at their attraction, forcing Ferdinand to perform laborious tasks carrying logs across the mossy ground. This test of Ferdinand's love occurs as the other survivors form separate groups on the island. King Alonso searches desperately for his son, alongside faithful Gonzalo, while in another part of the forest, Antonio and Sebastian plot to murder the king and take his throne. Deep in a hidden grotto, filled with strange island fruits, the king's jester Trinculo and drunken butler Stefano encounter Caliban. The cave's damp walls echo with Caliban's proposal that they kill Prospero and take the island for themselves. Caliban kneels before the wine-soaked Stefano, worshipping him as a god after tasting his alcohol. Their foolish conspiracy unfolds in slurred words and stumbling steps, creating a dark mirror to the serious usurpation plot developing elsewhere on the island. Meanwhile, in a sunlit clearing, Prospero watches unseen as his daughter and Ferdinand declare their love, finally giving them his blessing. The clearing becomes a sacred space as Prospero summons spirits to perform a celebratory mask for the young couple. At the entrance to Prospero's cave, where his robes and books hold his powerful magic, all the separate groups converge as Ariel leads them through the island. The rocky opening represents the culmination of Prospero's plans as he confronts his enemies who stand bewildered in their soaked clothing. Inside this space of reckoning, Prospero reveals himself to the shocked nobleman and forgives those who wronged him, even his treacherous brother Antonio. King Alonso, believing his son drowned, finds Ferdinand alive and engaged to Miranda. Stand upon the beach once more, where the repaired ship awaits to carry everyone back to Italy. The shore where Prospero arrived as an exile now becomes his point of departure as a restored duke. Before leaving, Prospero breaks his magic staff and drowns his book in the deeper waters beyond the surf, renouncing the powers that served his revenge. He frees Ariel, who joyfully disappears into the vast blue sky, leaving a trail of sweet music in the air.